Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 20 online game. Beast mode is back. Marshawn Lynch has come out of retirement to join the Seattle Seahawks after the Seahawks have had so many injuries to the running back position. They got a bit desperate and called Beast mode out of retirement. The good news for the Seahawks is, according to Madden, Marshawn Lynch is already better than Chris Carson, even though he has not played all year. In fact, EA, I believe, has Marshawn Lynch as the 10th highest rated running back already. Good news, because the Seattle Seahawks will be playing in a pivotal Week 17 game against the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday Night Football. This game will decide who wins the NFC West, who gets a home game to start the playoffs, potentially who gets a first round bye in the playoffs, and which team goes to wildcard weekend. Regardless of what happens, Marshawn will not only be playing this Week 17 game for Seattle, but he'll be in the playoffs. Of course, you know, unless he gets injured. Let's hope he does not, because we all want to see Beast mode. It doesn't matter who you're a fan of, unless, you know, probably you're a fan of the 49ers and you want the 49ers to win. Everybody wants to see Marshawn Lynch and see what he's got. And, you know, even though he's rated pretty high, EA might be right about this one, because even in his last years on the Oakland Raiders, Marshawn Lynch was still doing his thing, man. And if anything, Seattle has a well-rested running back, which not many teams have going into the playoffs. One of the teams that does have some pretty well-rested running backs are the San Francisco 49ers, since they have such a great running back by committee setup with Tevin Coleman, Matt Breida, Jeff Wilson. Speaking of Breida, he's got the first down and he's got the touchdown. What an opening drive by the San Francisco 49ers. Here comes Tyler Lockett returning the ball to about the 22-yard line, and now Marshawn Lynch steps on the field. You better believe we're handing the ball off to Marshawn, and if Marshawn Lynch gets one of those beast mode like runs going, the link is going to explode. It nearly happened there. Marshawn was nearly gone, but the blocking just didn't work out for us. It looked like an absolute convoy was opening up for us. 2nd down and 6. Marshawn on the stretch. There goes Marshawn Lynch in the open field. It just feels so right seeing Beast mode back on the Seattle Seahawks, the team he won the Super Bowl with, the team he's had multiple Beastquake runs with, as Tyler Lockett gets a nifty touchdown on his own. We answer the 49ers' opening drive. Marshawn has had so many memorable runs. Everybody knows the game against the New Orleans Saints, that wildcard game, the Beastquake 2, that happened in Arizona against the Cardinals. I believe it was on Sunday Night Football late in the season. That one game on Thursday Night Football, and Marshawn just absolutely shredded the Philadelphia Eagles. It was like a 13-yard touchdown, but it was just beast mode at its finest. Right now, no beast mode needed for the 49ers. In fact, the only thing Matt Breida did was run into his own teammates and still get a major gain. So all good, all gravy right now for Jimmy G and the squad. Of course, the 49ers are just loaded with depth. In my opinion, I feel like the 49ers are the second best team in the entire NFL, besides the Baltimore Ravens, who have, of course, Lamar Jackson and an absolutely star-studded cast around him, as, oh man, Tevin Coleman, eat that big hit. Bobby Wagner, back-to-back bone-crushing hits will end the drive there, and the 49ers at least get a field goal for them. But yeah, I mean, I feel like the 49ers are the better team, but you never know what can happen in Seattle with the Seahawks, with Marshawn Lynch. The Seahawks have had a knack for winning close games throughout this season, and they did beat the 49ers in the 49ers stadium when they played earlier this year. So it should be a fantastic game. Hopefully Seattle doesn't lay an egg like they kind of have been doing the last couple of weeks. 3rd down and 9. Russell Wilson scrambling, and he's got the first down, getting away from Sherman and protecting himself by getting out of bounds. The pitch to Marshawn Lynch aligns, nearly running into his own man. Beast mode, nearly getting the first down. It's actually going to be 2nd down and inches at the 2-minute warning, setting up the screen for Marshawn, but that's going to be a loss on the play. Now all of a sudden it's 3rd down and 3. Russell Wilson to the outside, and he uses his legs once again to get the first down. Here comes the blitz on the very very next play, and wide open is Tyler Lockett for the touchdown. I suppose my opponent got a bit tired of us scrambling with Russell. He probably got tired of us running the ball a lot with Marshawn Lynch. That combination led to a very predictable blitz that we diagnosed with ease. Right now, it's all about offense for both teams right now. No one's defense is really showing up besides a couple of plays of Bobby Wagner, as that is nearly a first down. Only 38 seconds left in this first half as Tevin Coleman gets the first down, and we'll see if the 49ers try to push the pace here, which they do. Tevin Coleman out the backfield, and Coleman on the angle route getting to the 39-yard line. This should be Robbie Gould's field goal range. Obviously, a few more yards of insurance would definitely help as my opponent calls the timeout. 10 seconds left. Garoppolo time spot route, and that is exactly what the 49ers needed. Don't need to take a shot to the end zone. Just make this field goal a little easier for your kicker. No timeouts left, so they're going to bring the field goal unit out on the field up and good. Now, the greatest clock management from my opponent right there. He let a lot of time burn before calling a timeout, but he gets 3 points on the board, so not bad, not bad. 1 second left, so we're going to run the ball. Marshawn Lynch, why not see what Marshawn can do? Because if anybody can make a crazy run happen 1 second left, are you really down to number 24 on the Seattle Seahawks? Because even though he hasn't played all year, I'm not. As Tyler Lockett returns the ball. Decent return to the 26-yard line. And out comes Marshawn. Trying to make it rain Skittles out here. 7 rushes, 79 yards. Not a bad stat line. That was a bad run right there. We definitely could have cut that one inside. 3rd down and 6 after that subpar stick work. And Wilson to DK Metcalf for the first down. That was an absolute dime. Russell Wilson has not had to do much in this game, but whenever we ask him to throw the ball or run around, he has delivered, except for right there when the screen pass just fell flat on his feet right there. 3rd down and 8. We're actually going to run the ball, try to catch him off guard, but the 49ers are playing stout rush defense. That'll bring up a 4th down. No huddle for Seattle. They're going to go for it. Back to Marshawn, and down goes Marshawn Lynch. Turnover on downs, and the 49ers are right back at it and running the ball with Matt Breida. And there's just a difference between what we're doing and what my opponent's doing right now. We run the ball on 4th down. 2 people block shed in front of Marshawn Lynch. There's really nothing you can do about that. This guy runs the ball, gain of 30, just untouched. It just feels like a night and day difference right now. And here we go, 1st down and goal. It feels inevitable that you'll probably run the ball in for a touchdown, and we'll have our backs against the walls going into the 4th quarter, and that is the setup that'll happen after Matt Breida scores the touchdown. 2-point conversion here. Very important play to make it a full 7-point lead, or we can get the stop, which we will not. Jimmy Garoppolo finding the rookie Deebo Samuel for the 2-point conversion, and we're down 7 late in the going. Of course, this is not a problem when you have Russell Wilson at the quarterback position. If we can't run the ball at Marshawn and we're down, we can always rely on Russell Wilson to bail us out, right? Well, let's just try to get this touchdown first things first, to try to tie this game, or any sort of points, really. Obviously, a touchdown is the main objective. We're still trying to stick with Marshawn Lynch here. It's just not working out for us. We need Russell Wilson to bail us out on 3rd down once more. Russell says, don't worry, I got you. Scrambling for the 1st down. Wilson all the way to the 47-yard line, and that is how the 3rd quarter ends. Here's the start of the 4th with Tyler Lockett on the bubble all the way to the 27-yard line. Big performance from Lockett. Great performance from Marshawn Lynch. Battling, needing multiple defenders to bring him down. Near a 100-yard rushing game. Here's Wilson scrambling, looking downfield, and that's going to be intercepted by Jaquiski Tart. Oh, wow, what a play. It looked like we had a wide open touchdown, but my opponent clicks on the Tart, who looked like he was in the quarterback spy, and gets the interception. A phenomenal play to get the stop in the red zone as actually no, it's Emmanuel Sanders making the catch right there. And Sanders getting the 49ers a key 1st down. Matt Breida once again untouched up the middle. This is too easy for the 49ers. Tevin Coleman saying, anything you can do, I can do better. All the way for the touchdown, and the 49ers go up by 14 points. They want the 1st round bye. They want the division win in the NFC West, which has been quite the fantastic battle between the 49ers, the Seahawks, and even the Los Angeles Rams, the reigning champions of not only the division but the entire conference, who still have had a decent season, just, won't make the playoffs. But right now, it's all about the 49ers and the Seahawks, and we need to get going. We can't really go to Marshawn Lynch too much, except for here on the check down when we had to because the pressure was coming. Otherwise, we need to get a pep in our step here. We need to score a touchdown as soon as possible. Wilson feeling some sort of ghost pressure, rolling, looking downfield. That's Tyler Lockett with the catch. Sherman with the big tackle inbounds, and because of that tackle, we will go to the 2-minute warning. So down goes the 2-minute warning timeout, and we're still down 14 points. So we really need to take shots downfield, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. That is not pass interference. Okay, I feel like this is pass interference in my personal opinion, but I suppose the referees will disagree, and we'll move on to the next play where we go back to Metcalf, and DK delivers. Big time touchdown grab, and the PAT by Jason Myers makes it a 7-point game. We do not go for the onside kick since we have all 3 of our timeouts. We'll try to rely on this defense. We really need to sell out on the run and get a couple of stops. For the love of God, here comes Breida up the middle. Breida tackle for a minimal gain, and we actually do not call our first timeout. Garoppolo play action on 2nd down. Oh, what a grave mistake. But it's just an incompletion nonetheless. That stops the clock. 3rd down, play action. Garoppolo wants to win the game with his arm downfield, and it's caught. Emmanuel Sanders gone. And the 49ers with the PAT by goal back up 14 points. What an unbelievable throw by Garoppolo. About 60 yards downfield at least on the money, and that might just help the 49ers win the game, win the division, all that good stuff. For us, might as well keep on fighting. Downfield, it's Metcalf again, open and gone. Seattle with the quick answer. Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf. What a dynamic duo they are. But at this point, we need an onside kick. We need to pray to the Madden gods that we can recover, but we cannot. Speaking of rookie receivers, Deebo Samuel on the recovery. Now we just got to sell out, get any stop in the running game that we possibly can, and hopefully, he does not get a field goal. 2nd down is actually going to be play action for Garoppolo, and that's intercepted. Bradley McDougald off to the races. What is happening? McDougald is gone! Oh no! My opponent put his hands in the cookie jar! And this PAT ties the game up with 40 seconds left. Wow, what a scene! The link is exploding right now, even though it's just a virtual game. Of course, the 49ers still have a chance to win this game in regulation. All they need is a field goal. Jimmy G feeling the heat. And here comes Jadeveon Clowney finally making an impact play for us. No timeout from the 49ers. Every second dripping leads us closer to overtime. The 49ers in no rush. They look like they want to take this game to overtime. That has to be what's happening here because there's not even a play being snapped here. And finally, it's going to be a run to Matt Breida. Tackled by Clowney. Clock expires, but the game is not over. Tied at 35. This instant classic will need a couple more seconds, maybe a couple more minutes to decide who is the winner. The coin toss, the 49ers will flip it. Oh, but they do not win it. Here come the Seattle Seahawks. They will receive. They will get the ball. And now that we have a tie game, now that we're not playing with our backs against the wall, remember Marshawn Lynch? Let's get that guy involved again. I'm not even trying to fumble the opening kickoff or anything like that. Let's just take our knee. Let's go to the 25-yard line, and let's see if beast mode can drive us downfield. If Marshawn Lynch still has any juice in those legs, can he create one more memorable highlight in his illustrious career? 3rd down and 6. We got to pass this ball with Russell, and wide open. It's beast mode for the 1st down. Marshawn can catch the ball every once in a while, of course. We want to run the ball with Marshawn on the pitch. Promising gain there. It ends up being a gain of 6. Could have been more. 2nd down. Marshawn. Oh, what a tackle from Fred Warner. Keeping up with Marshawn. Making us lose yards. 3rd down. Russell with the ball. Russell in trouble. Whoa, Russell gets it out to Metcalf, who's wide open. DK Metcalf all the way to the 13, maybe the 12. How How did Wilson get out of that jam? Here comes Marshawn running over a man. 8 yards away from winning the game. Second down. Marshawn the wrong way. And his former teammate Richard Sherman with the tackle. Third down and 11. We can't throw a pick here because we can always go for the field goal as Marshawn with the catch, but not the first down. But fourth down and 2. The offense is on the field. We're going to Marshawn Lynch. We're running the ball with beast mode, and he goes. And the Seahawks get the come from behind victory on the back of Marshawn Lynch. You knew we were not going to throw the ball at the goal line when we had beast mode. I'm not Pete Carroll, alright? I trust Marshawn. And of course, beast mode came through. Because, well, he is beast mode. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed the game. GG's to my opponent. Definitely shout out to him. He's a subscriber and he definitely played a great game and probably should have won that game. But at the same time, don't put your hands in the cookie jar, man. Because this is what happens. So yeah, leave a like if you guys enjoyed what you guys saw. Subscribe for more Madden 20 gameplays. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you, as always, for watching.